I once broke a 21-day water fast with raw eggs. I ended up in a Thailand emergency room where I projectile vomited into a plastic bag held by a kind Thai woman. Her reaction was just like, "You still going? Thai my dai kra." Now, I just completed a 21-day juice fast. I'm on day 30 now of 90, 100. And things are phenomenal. What's the difference? I wrote down a bunch of notes. What do I notice different from my 21-day water fast versus the 21-day on juice? Which would I recommend? Which has their purposes different? It's not English. In my opinion, if you have something to heal, go for the juice fast. It's so much easier. We'll talk about the differences, but water is more for the spiritual problems. If you have mental issues, you're inhibited, you can't express yourself, something mentally is wrong with you. The water fast is what breaks that. You're laying on your couch. I remember doing this like for the first 7 days on my water fast. I'm just bawling, laughing on the ground at the universe. Like, what a fantastic life ahead of me. You better believe it. Don't tell me what's gonna happen with the raw eggs. I don't wanna know. But that's the biggest difference I've noticed so far mentally. The water fast, I feel like I accomplished more. I beat more demons inside on the water fast. That's its true purpose. You're struggling with your purpose in life. It's like water, just nothing. You go out to the desert in your mind. Don't actually go into a desert. There's coyotes. They'll eat you. Whereas on this juice fast, I don't feel like much is changing mentally. Things are good, but I'm not having like these breakthroughs, and I don't have the same desire I did to just sit and do nothing. For some reason on the water fast, sometimes I'd waste time on watching movies or lectures on water fasting and just learning. It's like, yeah, this is beneficial, starving yourself. It's a good thing. And other times I wanted to back off and just focus on what I wanted in life and just think. That's the best times are in there, not out there. Now on the juice fast, I don't seem to have that. I haven't laid down once on my floor, my hard wooden floor, fake wood. That's probably why. So that's just been my experience so far on the water fast. Super happy at times until I started like getting past day 7. Then it's just starving for the rest of the time and much lower energy. Speaking of energy, juice is, you're basically eating. It's not a fast. We all know that. I don't know why we even call it a fast. Some say feast. That's a dumb name. Now, in the beginning of the water fast, I had more energy than ever. I was so high and happy. It must have just been my adrenals. Like, you're really not gonna eat for help? Just pump, go hunt something, kill. And I was just so happy and like, this is great. And then it slowly took a downhill. Whereas the juice fast, it's more like I do have my ups and downs, but I'm getting stronger and happier and energized more so. As the time goes on, like it's getting easier and easier. I have more energy now than I did on day 1. So on the water fast, you get this beginning high of adrenal stimulated hormonal energy versus the sustained, I could probably do this for the rest of my life type of energy. Although my microbiome would be a vacant desert, but the coyotes would take care of it. When it comes to weight loss, here's some interesting stuff. On my first week of juice fasting, I lost 2 pounds. On my first week of water fasting, I lost 9.9 pounds. Quite the discrepancy. Then, things got interesting. The second week, 5.2 pounds on the juice fast. Second week, 6.2 on the water fast. I'm catching up. Huh? It's all the colon sludge. That's what I've noticed on the juice fast. Like the first week was just 2 pounds. I lost a little bit, but the second week I was flushing like mad amounts of mud. And it was like 5.2 pounds of it. Third week, I only lost 1.4 pounds. Huh? Versus 2.6 on the water. So on the water fast, it was like drastic and then slowly lowering and lowering. You're just becoming more efficient. Whereas the juice fast, I feel like it's directly tied to how much poo you release into the world as a gift. And if you're curious, the 4th week on juice fast, I haven't done a 4th week of water fasting. I'm not sure I ever will. 0.4 pounds. So hardly anything. I like it. I'm barely losing much. People say, oh, you're losing all your muscle. I'm doing one arm pull-ups, both arms now. Witness that glory. Slow motion. I have hairy knees. I realize that. That's fine. Don't pay attention to it. I'm stronger. If you're right, I should be losing muscle as well, and therefore weaker. Not able to do that. I'll try to do some side-by-side shots of the day 1 of the water fast, first 21 days, and then day 1 of the juice fast, first 21 days. There we have that comparison for some reason. I was on a carnivore diet, entering the water fast. Let me just say it. Don't go into your water fast with raw lamb meat in your colon, because it's just gonna stay there for the whole time. And this segues us into digestion. In my experience, I wasn't flushing much. I was trying to do enemas, like nothing was coming out on the water fast, whereas juice just flushes the canal. If you're planning on doing a long water fast, I would do a juice fast first. Just at least a couple days, flush out the canal, and then you head into just water. Then you'd heal like massively. I've suffered with a lot of constipation in my days, and I shrug in disappointment when I see, oh, just increase your water consumption. Like, that's the top tips. Eat more fiber, increase your water. They do nothing. The water never reaches the colon. He's so violent lately. So if you have any digestive orders you're trying to heal, a water fast could help. It always helps. It's not to take a break, but there's nothing like the juice flush. Get rid of everything and then repair. It's repairing right now. I can feel it. I love this. It's like a carnivore diet. Life hack, no fiber. It's like, alrighty. Flat gut. I've never been this empty. It's so fantastic. When it comes to hydration, this is where it's night and day difference. On water, I feel so dehydrated. Because I don't feel very hydrated. I feel thirsty. There's not one wet cell in my body. They're all begging for sand. You'd think just drinking nothing but water is like, oh, you're so hydrated now. I ain't hydrated. As I'm going, my lips are cracking. I'm just like, the more you drink, the more you pee, the worse it is. Whereas with fruit, it's just like this hydrating. You're getting all the electrolytes, the structured water, perfection, sugars, hydrate, carbohydrate. It just works. Like my lips, today I had pineapple. My lips are burning right now, but they're healing. I feel so hydrated. I said once, and like 2 weeks ago, I said, sometimes I do get thirsty. People are like, oh, he has diabetes. He's got the diabetes. Sometimes getting thirsty equals diabetes now. Like a little bit of water in the morning, sometimes a sip at night. I swear people try to analyze my life with just a couple sentences. I said once on carnivore diet, like, I feel pretty hydrated. Versus now, I feel kind of thirsty sometimes. Oh, he was so much more hydrated on the carnivore diet. See, it's proven. For the record, I feel way more hydrated on this juice fast than I've ever felt. My water percentage has risen 2%. I'm hoping it goes up. I'm at like 58.6% water according to that bullshit scale that is so inaccurate. It says I'm 19% fat. There's no way. I'm shredded as F. Don't lie to me or yourself. When it comes to my skin, these are just things I've observed over 21 days, water versus juice. The skin on the water, it felt like a slow progression towards better and better. Good. It's still never like perfectly cleared up. I still had the forehead bumps, but I noticed like the redness in my nose left completely. It was like inflammation in my heart dissipated. It's just like everything slowly healed. I was breaking out up to day 6 from the beef that I ate before starting. I recognized it. I was like, okay, I can still break out 6 days after eating something. Proven. And then never a breakout again. Just slowly better. Whereas on the juice, it's just like I seem to be purging, and now it's calmed down. After like day 24, it took a while. So, but the forehead bumps are still there. I would say probably still worse than the water fast. How dare you, bumps. When it comes to the sense of accomplishment after each 21 days, obviously the water fast, you just like, I did it. like 21 days, it takes discipline. Like you're gonna reach a breaking point. Will you push past it? You want to crack at like day 4, probably day 1, but like you push past it and like, wow. Looking back at that, I'm so proud that I did it. It's like, wow, I did a 21-day water fast on my own. The previous longest one I did was like 3 days, I think. And then I just jumped. I wish I didn't break it with a raw egg and like week-old chicken livers in my fridge. That hurts. That would have been so... Imagine if I just went into fruit-based fruit juices, and from there I probably never would have left Thailand. So it's a good thing I did. Not for you. The videos suck now. I could have been having fun in Thailand still. I get it. I cry for you. But we learn. We learn stuff. So the 21-day juice fast, I mean, I'm now on day 30. Will it be this huge accomplishment? If I make it 90, then that might hold the same weight as a 4-day water fast. Like it's so much easier, especially as you get into the groove. Like I know now, I grab my big cart, I go get a bunch of cantaloupes back there. You seeing them? Are you seeing the glory? But you get in this groove. Like I'm used to making juice now. I don't even think of any, it's just normal. I make juice now. Oh, that dinner's juice. Yay, good thing. I would hate to eat right now. That would suck. So I just juice, thankfully. I just can drink more sweet tasting sugar water. I have diabetes. Final point here, when it comes to what's easier to do, it comes down to effort versus discipline. On the water, obviously, it takes more discipline, but like no effort. You just have, depending on where you get your water, it's probably just like in your distiller or whatever, you have a filtration system. If you have to like walk to pick up buckets on your head, that would suck. But for me, I just had to go down to the basement of my condo at the time and fill up the reverse osmosis and pound it back. Like it's very easy. There's no preparation, there's no shopping. You save a lot of money. Unless you break the fast with the raw egg thing and then you spend money on hospital bills, ruining all your savings for the month. Versus the juice fast, which still takes discipline, but not as much. You're still eating like the abundance. You're getting more nutrition than you usually would. Like it's delicious. It can get sickening after a while. It's like, again? Wow. But like that pineapple juice I had today was so good and new. It's like, wow, my tongue's burning. My lips. I don't think I'll ever buy one again, but fantastic cantaloupe juice and then the savory green juice. It's like, wow, this is fantastic. It's easy, but like the shopping, there's so much shopping and juicing and chopping, and it's a lot of work, but you're worth it, aren't you? Don't you wish that your higher self would just lend a hand sometimes and say, hey, we can do this together. We can do a juice fast. I'll come with you to shop. We don't have to wear a mask inside. Just say you're exempt and then laugh at those you sheep-ass tricks in the grocery store. So in my opinion, both are amazing for the body, but there's something about a juice fast. Like I can still work out. I'm not really losing. I'm probably losing some size, some muscle, but not much. I'm still like making progress in my workouts. Like you don't have to, your life isn't affected much. You're not gonna like shrivel down. You'll lose a bunch of body fat and colon sludge, maybe a bit of muscle, and like the stuff inside your muscle that makes them look big and nice. That's fine. Whereas the water fast, you're definitely losing a bunch of weight, and you shouldn't be working out. You should just be resting. It's completely different. Both are great. I like the juice. For healing, if you're just wondering, what should I do? Go for the juice. And then you get into these higher levels. You're not gonna care about the physical body as much. Then you go for the water fast. Get down to a fruit, skinny bitch. 0 desirable qualities. You'll be fine. So let me know down below the differences you've noticed on water versus juice fasting. If you've done them, post them down below. It's always interesting to hear other people's experience because we all come at this with a different mind. So it's always great to hear y'all in the comment section. Unless you've been on a beef burger cleanse, keep that shit to yourself. And I will ban you immediately. After thumbing up the video, of course. Thumbs down if you visited a penguin farm, and you asked the penguin caretakers what kind of fast the penguin prefers, and you realized that it's fish gut juice and it's expensive. You couldn't afford it, so you never healed your disease. And you just bought a pet penguin, not realizing you had to keep the air conditioning on the whole time. Then you got cold, making you sicker. Then the penguin inherited your house. So you chose it. That's your karma. That's your path. So, what do you think? I'll leave. Subscribe for more videos. I'll say